Did you know every 2 seconds a pair of shoes is sold on eBay? It's time to start a side hustle, baby. Welcome everybody back to Mess Hall Digs. Now this is a very special episode of this channel. Now if you just happen to stumble upon myself rocking the Macho Man gear today, we gonna talk about starting a biz, man. Starting a side hustle. Getting involved in this online marketplace game. Now, on this show, I'm going to zero in and talk specifically about eBay because that's my number one sugar daddy, man. That's the outlet, the marketplace, the store that brings cream in for my sodas, man. That's the spot for me. Now, Poshmark, Mercari, Amazon, Facebook Marketplace, Depop, Nextdoor, holla at your boy, these are the dudes, whatever it is that you choose that fits what you got going on. Etsy's another good one. If you're into crafting, if you're a crafty type, that's a good spot for you. If you like to crochet doilies, man, that's a good little marketplace for you. Because I think doilies do pretty good on Etsy. Not sure, but it's something you need to look into. Whatever it is you are into. For example, I got an uncle who lives in Oregon, and he loves building like old fighter jet type things, like World War II bombers and things like that. He makes them out of wood. He lives on like 25 acres up in Oregon, cuts down old trees and just carves out pieces of history, man. Now he sells his work locally around the Oregon area. Now I've been saying, hey man, you need to put your stuff up on eBay. Probably make a lot more money selling those planes. They're handmade. They're crafty. They look really, really good. I mean, he's got a skill set. You know what I'm saying? But he's like, nah, I'm good. I like, just do it for fun. And, people around here know me. And that's how I like doing my business. Okay, fine. Whatever. But what I'm saying is, you need to think about whatever your special talent is, whatever thing that you really know about, your little niche that you have kind of a step up on most people. Like, you need to take your talents to the big leagues, man. You need to get involved in these online marketplaces. And I'm going to reference eBay today, but it applies all across the board to all the marketplaces I just mentioned. So I'm going to give you a couple numbers, give you a couple stats, and we're going to look into this thing and figure out if we really should dive head first deep into this biz, man. So eBay's a monster, man. I believe there's over 170 million users across the world that shop on eBay. 170 million people are out there trying to spend their hard-earned money on something that you might be able to provide to them. That's a lot of people, man. And I think eBay does around 10-11 billion dollars in revenue almost every year. And when you hear numbers like that, $10 billion in revenue, why would you not want to get a little slice of that business, man? And the top categories in the eBay category listings You got cell phones and accessories, laptops and tablets, which I call hard goods, VCRs, things like that. Video games is up there. Crafts is up there, like we mentioned before. My uncle building his little World War II airplanes. Fashion is in there, which I would consider my number one category. My little niche is fashion. Obviously. I mean, look at your boy. Fashion. No, I'm kidding. But that's the niche that I'm in, because I keep my ear to the streets, man. I keep my mind open to what's going on. Plus, I got 3 daughters, man, and they're all fashionistas. So they're like, hey, Dad, I want this. Hey, Dad, have you seen this? Hey, Dad, let's go to the mall so I can pick up one of these. Or the Travis Scott concert. Or I see what Post Malone's got going on. I watch what's going on Instagram. I view fashion trends to see what's hip. What's hip these days. So that's kind of the niche and the category I concentrate the most on. And the fashion category also includes shoes. And shoes is my bag, baby. I'm up there in the knowledge of shoes. And if you watch the opening of my video, pair of shoes sells every 2 seconds. That's why it's a great niche, great category to get into. And also household items. Like I said, the lady making her doilies, tableware, plates, things like that. That's one of the top categories as well. So, I mean, it's so diverse, just those categories I named, that I'm sure you can find your little place to dive in to one of them right there. And all of that is well and good, man. Numbers and facts and revenue stream and making money, all of that is awesome. But the best thing about being on eBay is we all get to start at the same level. Even if I've been on eBay since 2013. Now, I wasn't really too big into it back then. I sold a thing here or there. I wouldn't call it a side hustle yet back then. It's really only been the last 2 years where I started to crank it up and get serious about what I'm doing. But we all start at the same level. Even if I was going to open a brand new store right now, I would have to pretty much start over with that new store. You know, I would get my 50 free listings and yada, yada, yada. Everyone starts there. Everyone starts at that bottom level. And then you just slowly work your way up. So it's an open playing field. Like, you're going to be as successful as you want to be. That's the greatest thing about these marketplaces. It's all about the time and the effort that you want to put into it will actually correlate to the success that you're going to have. And everybody has the same chance. Everybody. Which is the most beautiful thing in the world. Like, the harder I work, I know the more listings that I can get put up there, the more sales I'm going to create. It's just a math equation that you can't stop. As long as you're listing quality items all the time and you're doing bunches of them, you're going to make sales, you're going to make money. It's just how the algorithm works. The more you post, the more you sell. The more items you have listed for sale, the more eyes you're going to have from those 172 million people shopping that are going to have a chance to look at everything that you have, and you're going to make sales. I promise you it's going to happen. And if you go through and look at some of the craziest things in the world have been sold on eBay, you can get creative and actually make your own niche if you want to. There's so many awesome things that I've seen on there. But my favorite one has to be some lady auctioned herself off to be your imaginary girlfriend. Yes. Someone paid this woman $81. That was the winning bid. $81. And the deal was she writes you a letter once a week, includes pictures, and on that 4th letter at the end of the month, she writes a breakup letter And that was her niche. I'll pretend to be your girlfriend for $81 a month. And she was selling them, dude. Now, how creative is that? Making money, helping out dudes that want imaginary girls to write them letters, man. It's an actual thing. Look it up. But the best story ever. Now, this is my favorite eBay story. Now, I follow a bunch of resellers online and on YouTube. I have a bunch of my favorite guys, my favorite gals, but they all started in the same spot I've been talking about. They heard about it. They listed a couple things. They caught the bug. They started doing well. And now they're just running full scale, big businesses. Some got warehouses now. But my favorite story, this lady named Linda Lightman, she started on eBay when she was in her early 40s. Kind of like your boy. And she only started on eBay to get rid of some of her son's old video games, which is exactly how I started. I only started selling my son's old video games, and when that became a huge success, I then ventured into other things. Well, fast forward now 15 years later, and she's selling $25 million worth of stuff every year. Now, granted, she's got mad employees. She's got a warehouse. She posts about 5,000 items a day. And she has people that consign stuff to her now. Like, oh my God, you're so awesome. Here, sell this for me. So that's a big business for her now. But don't worry about where she is now. And yes, $25 million a year is a beautiful number we would all love to be at. What you need to concentrate on is the beginning of that story. She started in her 40s, so obviously it's never too late. And she started small, selling her son's old video games. And over time, she got better and better and better. And sales went more and more and more. And she listed more and more and more. And now she's doing $25 million a year. So should you start getting involved in these marketplaces and turning out numbers? Yes, you should. I want to end this video giving you Linda's 7 tips for mad success on eBay. This is the 7 things that she lives by, that she always does, and it's what helped her get to that level of $25 million in sales every year. Number 1. Now, I got it written down because you know your boy can't remember shit. I'm off the cuff, baby. But I want to make sure I get these right for you so you can write them down and follow along with me. Number 1, do your research. Use your cell phone to look up comps and get your proper pricing right when you post your items for sale. Where have we heard that one before? Everywhere, all the time. Yeah, that would be right. Number 2, have a good store name. Something that's easy for people to remember. Mess hall. Easy to remember. Unique. Beautiful. Best name of all time. Get you a good store name. Number 3, take good pictures and have good product descriptions. Where have you heard that before? Everywhere, always. Number 4, have a good title for your listing. Make sure the customer can find you. Have the size, the brand, the color, all important details to include in your title. Make it catchy if you can, but never discount having the specifics of your item in your title. Number 5, provide great customer service, and answer questions when people message you. I've covered this one before. Customer service is a really good thing in this business. I don't know how many sales I have executed because of my awesome customer service and coercing the customer into buying my shit. Number 6, ship stuff quickly. And that's another great one because I offer 1-day shipping on all my items. If you buy it from me today, I'm shipping it out in 24 hours, guaranteed. Most of the time sooner than that. So if you right now have on your store 3 business days, 5 business days, whatever, they're going to buy mine instead because I offer 1-day shipping. Now, yes, it's kind of hard to keep up with that, especially when you start doing bigger numbers, but execute your shipping as you say you're going to do it. Don't be a late shipper, man. And last but not least, she says you need to have fun. So that's why I always say get involved in a niche that you already love to do. That's why I got into clothing, hats, and shoes. Those are my 3 favorite things in the world. I love hats, obviously. I got t-shirts for days. You know your boy's a sneakerhead. I love hoodies in the wintertime. Those are the things that I love. So it's fun when I'm out there sourcing, trying to find my stuff. Now, you could tell me all day long that hard goods and cell phones and broken cell phones and cell phone accessories are going to sell like hotcakes. I don't care because I'm not into that stuff. Now, granted, if I find a DVD/VCR player out in the wild and it's a good price, I'm going to pick it up just because I know it's worth money. Now, am I looking for that specifically? No. I'm hitting up shoes first, scan through the hoodies, look at a couple t-shirts, then I'll go back and look at a couple video games, a couple hard goods, and I'm up out of there. That's how it goes. So do something that you're having fun while you're doing it. When you're out in yard sales, garage sales, when you're sourcing online. That's why I never really got into the big Amazon sending pallets and pallets of books in. Yes, it is a great business. You can make great money doing it. Is it boring as shit? Yes, it is. So I'm not interested. I would rather do like Linda did and build my business all the way up high as I could get it in the niche that I'm having a fun time sourcing in. And that's the secret. I hope I gave you a little something. Your boy appreciates the love. I know 11 to 20 y'all watch these videos. Hopefully it gave you a little inspiration. If you're new to this channel, like and subscribe. I'm here if you have questions. I'll catch you on the next one. Yo!